I still can't believe I'm reading this right here. 2 years, 12 and a half bananas. He left his Brinks truck about half full. They only needed half the fucking back end for it. Updog, we'll start with you. You got the Oilers tarp on. I knew you'd be fired up. You kind of called this. I think everyone thought it would be a short-term deal, but I did not think that he wouldn't even be the highest paid player on his team.
Yeah, let's maybe talk about the timing first. And you and I talked about this a little bit down the stretch here the last few weeks, but Connor McDavid not going into this season with a contract, a lot of noise, right? A guy like himself, after proving, he wants to win, and winning is the most important thing to him. Getting this deal done before the season was probably most important to him. So, as of this morning, I think Ryan Rashad from TSN had an interview with him, explaining the number, and it's basically him, Connor, saying it gives us a chance to win.
I guess it does.
It does. So, if you break it down, he stays at the same average, 12.5 a year. It probably sets him still in the top 10 players making, over $12 million. Yes, he could have took 2 years, 20. But this allows them to have a free defenseman, say Jake Wallman, who just re-signed 7 for 49, 7
Who's
for
his
7.
buddy?
Who's his buddy? That's a free player. He's basically saying we get Jake Wallman for free if I take 12.5 instead of 18 or 19 million.
Yeah, it's the $7 million out of his pocket that I just gave to Wallman. Yeah,
I know. And in a world, you and I talked about this, but Connor McDavid, leaving this contract, he's going to be 31 years old. He can hit home runs. If he wants to do 2 more years, he can go to 25 million a year. If he wants to do a 7-year deal out of this, he can sign for the max deal. All these other guys, the Jake Wallmans, Bouchards, Darnell Nurse, Leon Draisaitl even, how many times do they get a kick at the can where they can, secure their families and their wealth for forever, right? Not much. Connor's probably the only guy in the league right now that can do that. So on the other end of this, Connor says, okay, 2 years, 12.5. He sits with his agent, Judd, and says, if Edmonton fucks this all up, and you hate to talk about this, but if Edmonton fucks this up and we can't fix anything and we stink this year, we don't win the cup. Next year, halfway through the season, things aren't going good. I can go to them and be like, listen, you played this hand. I got a contract that's very movable. It's not going to ruin the new team I'm going to by, them having to give up all the salary cap for me and all the players currently on their roster. Yes, they're going to have to give up futures. And Richie, you probably understand this more than anybody being in your position, but he's a $12.5 million guy that any other team can handle. You can't handle an $18 million guy at the deadline, even if it is Connor. You just can't squeeze him in nowadays. So there's a lot to take in, but Oilers fans, you're lucky. We are lucky. I consider myself one of those. We're lucky that he even stayed for 2 more years and given us a chance like this because, in a normal world, the best player in the world doesn't fucking ever do this. Maybe he's never done this in ever. So that's that on my end.
Yeah, no, that's a good take. That's a good take. Richard, what do you think? What are your thoughts on it, fella?
I mean, Uppy's take is really good on it. I just can't believe, the number. Obviously, I think everyone's shocked. But the way I look at it is you got to always take the money when it's there. You're fucking over other free agents like Jack Eichel and all these other guys are going to sign because their GMs now are going to come to them and say, look how bad he wants to win. You should do the same thing, which puts a strain on a lot of people. Edmonton couldn't get a free agent this summer. So what is that? How does that change going next year? They didn't sign anyone. They couldn't get anyone to come there. Yeah. So I don't think this changes anything except they're just going to be a team that relies on 2 guys or 3 guys to try to win a cup. And I think they got worse than they were last year in the last 2 years. So to me, I just think you always got to take, I'm not saying you got to rinse them, but to take we leave $8 million probably on the table each year. It's kind of a slap in the face to the league and to the other players. I get what he's trying to do, but I don't see them signing free agents. They couldn't get anyone again this year. Is it going to be any easier next year? I don't think so. They have too many holes in their lineup. So that's what I see. Good on him. He wants to win extremely bad in Edmonton. But I just don't see it happening. I'm cheering for the guy.
Yeah.
So
I'm cheering for him. And I thought, listen, what you said about too much noise, he couldn't have played out his contract this year on a 1-year deal because there's too many guys in Edmonton that would have drove him bonkers all year, right? Asking about it. Unless he comes out the start of the year and says, I'm not talking about it, maybe that would have worked, but you know what it's like in Edmonton. That probably wouldn't even have worked. For me, listen, for McDavid, man, I thought even if he left town and didn't get them over the finish line, what he's brought to the Edmonton Oilers to get them to 2 finals, to bring back the excitement in that building, like to me, yeah, he didn't owe them a Stanley Cup. Like maybe for his legacy, he thinks I have to win one for Edmonton. But to me, if Connor McDavid would have left town after this year and they wouldn't have got that done, to me, he doesn't owe them anything. It doesn't make his legacy any less. He just couldn't get over the hump. They had holes. It wasn't his fault. They ran into a Florida Panther team that was their kryptonite and they had some holes. However, Connor believes he can't leave town without winning one. You're right about the movable contract. I never thought about it from that perspective if things aren't going well. But I'm also going to say what Richie said. You know, he fucked the market a little bit. I don't know what's going to happen to these guys that are, coming in.
They're going to be fine, I think.
But there is a thing as ex-players, and I'm sure the union, I don't know what the union's thinking, or like, we're all in this together, right? And we're all trying to make as much money as we can because we don't get to play forever. And when the best player in the planet takes an $8 million haircut, the trickle-down effect from owners and GMs, you know how they are, boys. They're going to be like, Connor McDavid's the best player in the world. He took $8 million less. Why do you want 16? It's going to happen. Like, that's just going to happen. That's not Connor McDavid's problem. But I'm saying to you too, Rich, I look at this lineup right now, up dog. And listen, I told you I was never going to not put money on the Oilers again. I am not putting money on them right now to win. No. There's just too many holes in their lineup, buddy, I think. I don't know what your thoughts are, but like right now, if you go to their top line, Draisaitl, McDavid, Frederick. I love you, Freddie. You're a great guy, but that's a little high in the lineup. Mangiapane, Hopkins, the young kid, Savory, however you say his name.
Savoy,
thank you. Paul Colson, Philip, Kapanen, Lazar, Henrique, Tomskin.
So, like, come on.
This year, really, the deal, the cap really jumps next season, right, boys? It's like, what, goes up $8 or $9 million next year, $10 million. That's when the kicker comes in. That's when, like, you reassess and you have 2 years of Connor McDavid. And you have guys that go, all right, Connor's in on a deal here. I've never won a cup. Or, yeah, maybe I do have a cup and I made a boatload of money, so I want to go help Connor win one. That's maybe your ticket to free agency that you get, guys wanting to come play. It's a very unique situation. The league and the owners got to be looking at this like, wow, he did fuck the market. Maybe he helped us out big time.
He helped the owners.
The owners for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a handshake deal between him and.
You're going Kawhi Leonard on him here, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I got to get him shit here. He's got a tech deal on the side there with the owner. Maybe.
Yeah, and like Uppy, like to your point about the trade stuff, like by the time that he's up for, we even think about being traded, so that's 3 years from now, basically, the caps can be what, 115, 120. So that number is going to be like, if he's at 18 or 19, that's still, that number is pretty small for that cap hit at that time. You know what I mean? And if it's at 95 now, it's going to be at 115 in 3 years or maybe more. Projections, I know, but that's the way it's moving. So 20 million.
18 million. So he'd be only making less than 10% of his of the salary, which, I mean, fuck, boys. If you can't put together a winning team,
I mean, and why? I mean, they've been
with Nurse and Bouchard making $20 million each. I don't think
tell them to give back some money.
You can win a Stanley Cup, buddy. I really fucking don't ups. Evan Bouchard is a fucking liability in his own zone. Nurse I like, but Nurse a $5 million defenseman. I don't think with those guys, they still don't have a goalie. I don't think, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't think they can win. I hope they prove me wrong, man. I hope so.
Going up,
I do too.
It's going up $19 million in 2 years. So in the second year of his contract with the Edmonton Oilers, you're going to have $26 million more to spend than what you're spending this year. So that's like,
yeah.
I think what it does too, Rich, sorry, Rich, to cut you off. I think,
no,
let's say they don't get it across the finish line the next 3 years. I think there's not one person in Edmonton that will ever say a bad thing about Connor McDavid now, right?
Not only
did he stay, he took the biggest hometown discount in hockey, and he didn't win a cup. But he tried everything. If he left this year, maybe they'd be like, oh, Connor left, but the job's not done. He's giving everything he can to try to get this across the line. Like, you got to give him credit on that. And, you made a good point before we started the show. You looked up free agency. Like, Now McDavid and Matthews are both UFA at the same time. There has been rumors that McDavid wants to play for Toronto someday. So maybe he's looking at like, listen, I got 3 years here to win a cup. There might be room for me in Toronto or whatever. The cap's going to go up and he's going to get his home run. But with the lineup they have right now, next move to me is Stan Bowman. Like, this guy just did this for you. You got to make the right moves.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what they are. Well, I kind of have an idea what they are, but I don't know if they're that easy to do. But he's got to do something for this kid.
Yeah, I read something too where like this was such a unique situation where they were just like, hey, when you show up here and tell us what you want, like, we'll just deal with it, right? Like, if you came in and said, I want 8 years at 25, they would have said, okay. If you came in and said, I want 1 year at this, that's the deal. Like, Connor was in such a position that he wants to win so bad, and he obviously explained that to his agent. There's no way his agent wanted him to do this.
I know, he took a haircut too.
Everyone's taking
no, but Uppy, like, just my one point is, when's the last time they got a high-end free agent signing? I mean, Zach Hyman. That's it. I mean, I wouldn't say he's a really good player, but when's the last time these guys don't attract big free agents? They just haven't. McDavid's been there for what, 10 years now?
Corey Perry. I can't believe
I'm talking about a top line player. I love pairs.
You couldn't afford.
No,
you're up against it when you can't afford pairs.
But listen, Richie, they couldn't because a smart guy goes, fuck, they're paying Nurse $9 million. Like, we can't fucking put a winning team together under this cap with that deal. But after next year, after the next free agency, when they have that extra bump in salary cap, a free agent might look at it and go, fuck, Connor's at this price, Leon's at that price.
I hope that's the case. Why don't you tell Nursey to give it back a few million?
I know. I'll tell you what, Zach Hyman at 5 and a hook's a nice little fucking deal.
That's a nice deal.
He might have wanted to take a little shorter term deal. This is a different squad with Hyman. My apologies, fellas out there on the airwaves. I apologize. So now you got McDavid up top with Hyman. Draisaitl's going to probably be second line center. Nugent Hopkins up with McDavid and Hyman maybe.
You got Jan Mark in there to slide into center too.
Jan Mark. Okay. All right. We're getting
It's
better.
not terrible, but it's not
awful.
great.
But boys, up dog. You're good Fort McMurray lad. They still don't have a goalie. I like Connor Ingram. I would.
I was just going to say that.
Net. Like, he's not bad, right, Rich?
He'll be in the net before the season's out starting.
Yeah.
My opinion. That's my take.
Richie, would you say he's the best goalie in their organization? I would.
Well, yeah, he's got some stuff going on behind the scenes, but if he gets it straightened out, he played great in Arizona for a season. I think he has a chance to be the starter if things don't go well.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And this is nothing against Stuart Skinner. Like, I think he's a National League goaltender, but like, we're talking about getting the team over the finish line, right? Like, when we were there, you looked and warm up at Sergei Bobrovsky. Guy was out there slow dancing like he was making love to the ice, and then Skinner was over there. You're like, who's gonna win this? Like, come on, it's not even a fair fight.
Oh, I know. And Ekholm wasn't really healthy all playoffs. That was, our boy Schmaltzy tweeted that yesterday, which made a lot of sense. They have, if healthy, boys, and this new set, they're going to win one. They're going to win one. There's no way they don't.
Well, I've said this all. There's no way Connor McDavid never wins the Stanley Cup.
No, I know, but I'm saying he's going to win one with Edmonton.
I hope.
Cheering for him.
In the next 3, I know we all are. You have to now. After that, you just kind of like. The only guys not cheering for him are the Eichels and the free agents of the
Nations in Colorado right now going, fuck you, McDavid. I was asking for fucking 12. Now I'm sizzled, right? Nations is sizzled.
Seriously.
That's a guy that's sizzled. He'll never get, I shouldn't say never. I never thought Kaprizov would get 17, so maybe I should. What do I know? I don't know anything, but I just think it fucked guys like that.
Well, Kaprizov, wow. If they weren't in cahoots talking about timing, like to do that deal when he did that deal, if Connor had to do this last week, fucking Kaprizov in New York.
That might go different, eh?
Yeah, he would have held out. There's no way he would have been able to hit the number he wanted. He would have held out.
For sure.
He would have fucking finished this and been in Florida or somewhere.
So do you think Billy Guerin's sitting there going, fuck, or how?
Oh, he's happy.
I still think he's happy.
Look pretty good, yeah. With the cap going up like that, all these deals are going to look good. That's why, all these young kids are, Logan Cooley turning down, I just heard he turned down 7 years, 10 million. Like what?
I will give Connor credit though, because I don't know if you guys were like this, but you look around the league and on your team and your guy's making more than you. And you're like, I'm better than him. Right? Like, for example, I'm just going to use my example. Ryan Wilson, I love you, Willie. I signed 2 days before him and he ended up getting like $500,000 more than me. And that rattled me. I'm like, I had a better year than Willie last year. Like, to Connor's credit, like he didn't care about that. Like that he's the best player on the planet. Like to me, The rock bottom minimum I would have taken if I was Connor McDavid, and this is fucking rock bottom, I would have taken 2 years, 14 and a half. That would have been my fucking boys, and you got to buy me a house or something. Like, I'm the highest paid player on this team. That's there's no way in my mind I wouldn't have been like, I want 14 and a half. If you can't, $2 million here or there isn't going to help you guys that much. Like, you're paying Nurse 9 and Bouchard 10. Yeah. I at least want 14 and a half.
Yeah, but the message, he's trying to deliver a message to the league, like, I don't give a fuck, and I'm going to win one. And
message received.
No, I know. And free agents, when you come up, you understand.
Loud and clear.
No, but listen to the free agents. Understand how fucking bad I want one. You want to come win one with me? I just fucking gave up $8 million a year. That's how bad I want to win one. So
I hope you're right, up, dog. I hope you're fucking right.
Just keep your stick on the ice, all right? I'll get you 50 goals and we'll win a cup.
Guys around the league might be like, what the fuck's wrong with this McDavid, boys? He's losing.
All right. Somebody check on him.
Find up there in Edmonton. He's been there too long. He's fucking, oh, the wires are all crossed. He's $8 million.
Well, that's crazy to think, but that
having fever.
He doesn't give a shit.
Is this a stupid comment? Does it matter that, like, the 12.5 million is American and that's really something Canadian? Does that matter? No. No, that's a stupid point.
No. I mean, he shouldn't have took under 50, in my opinion.
But did that play?
Anyway, whatever. It's over.
12.5 is like 15 Canadian? No.
I don't know. I'm having another beer. This is getting stressful.
Yeah, it's all right off.
But I will, like I say, one more thing.
Yeah, I know.
If he took 15,
14 and a half,
if he took 14 and a half and became the highest paid player on his team or tied Leon, this wouldn't be such a topic that it is now. He wanted it to be proof that I don't give a fuck about the money. I want to be known here as a guy that gave up everything to try to win one. If he took 14 and a half, even though we know that that's still the case, that he's giving up all that money, it's not the mountaintop, the topic of what people will talk about for 3 years. Like, sorry, Edmonton, when he leaves, if he leaves because they can't get one done, he can always say, I literally played for pennies for you guys.
Yeah, I at a 14.5 million, that's still a haircut.
Still pennies.
That's still a haircut.
Still pennies. I love it.
It's still a haircut.
It is
for him. It is.
Like, I'm not gonna lie to you boys. When I was in the pool moving some water around, Rich, moving some water around, Jay, trying to limber up, and I came out and I saw 2 years, 25 million. I thought it was 25 million a year at first.
Yeah,
I'm like, well, fuck, you got a boy.
That makes sense. That would make sense.
I'm like, wow, he got 25 bananas out of him. That's well deserved. And then I obviously started reading my phone and going on social media. Listen, I'll tell you what, Connor McDavid, kudos to you, man. I mean, this guy, like, say what you want about, he's not greedy. He's a rare breed, man. He's a rare breed. I just, especially like in an athlete's mind, like, we're kind of brainstorm, like, we got to make it while we can, Rich. And I know he's loaded. He already made $100 million contract, but taxes, agent, wife, house, car, fucking side piece and everything. Oh, it's gone quick, fella?
Bring up the point you made to me yesterday on media.
On what? Oh, yeah.
Like, this is a really this is a message that needs to be delivered to everybody.
Yeah, and this is no disrespect to anyone up there.
No one, but
you have a job to do. But I would say, because of this deal that he's taken, like, if anyone asks him a stupid question over the next couple of years or questions anything about his dedication to the team or city, or their media pass should be revoked immediately. Right? Like, right there. Like, if I see some of these scrums where this guy, if they're not playing well and he's got to answer these, same questions over and over, like, there's nothing more he could have done, Richie, to prove to how much he wants to be there. And the guy plays hard every night. He's the best player on the planet. I just hope the media up there appreciates, because I know the fan base does. I've had some guys DMing me and hitting me up from Oilers Nation. We love you boys up there. I hope the media treats him with the respect he deserves, because what he just did for this team and city is the biggest unselfish act in the history of sports, maybe, Rich.
It's crazy. Get a statue up front already. It's insane. I can't believe it. That's how shocking it is.
I don't know. Updog, are they going to win? Are they going to win it this year? Well, we'll save it for your predictions. Save it for your predictions.